Dan Moskal here, and we're talking about selling. And specifically, I was recently interviewed by a TED Talk giving gentleman that lives in Dubai, the city made of gold, the richest home of the richest horse race of the world. That's got the mall with the snow slope indoors, the only seven-star hotel, and it's in the middle of the desert. It's got the palm building real estate that you can see from the sky. My friend, everything is selling. You mentioned during and that I learned about you was that you prefer audio. This that I'm saying to you, I literally have written out because it is selling. When we watch television and they cut to a commercial break, they don't say change the channel. They don't say go get food from the refrigerator. They say stay tuned because coming up we have, and it's always a big juicy thing that's coming up. You and everybody, myself, they do it. It's just being smart. That is copywriting. That is selling. You're selling somebody to watch for even just another 30 seconds, correct? Because whatever it is, it's all selling. And Robert Cialdini, I believe it is, I'll just send you an email or something, or let me know if you want to know the full details. Man, I'm spacing on the name of the title, but there's some clear ways that people and even animals, and not in a bad way, but we all respond to different stimulus. Look at how Dubai, your leaders have done an incredible job to sell to the world because they've gone throughout the world and only the most wealthy, the best people of the world, the best customers come to Dubai because Dubai has attracted and by a whole host of things. Every single one of those buildings, every single thing, every time any of us in America hear about the coolest palm spring being built in the middle of the ocean next to a desert, that can be seen from space, where is that? Dubai? Really? Dubai has this, that, and, all these endless list of other things? Really? And the New York Times said you might just stumble across Michael Jordan out there at the Buddha bar? Are you kidding? That piques our interest. The only reason I want to come to Dubai is because it is the best city in the world. It's not because it's in a desert, it could be in Antarctica. The best attracts the best. The Dubai leaders are very aware of this and have sold in the best ways because me seeing that and hearing about that stuff, I don't feel like I'm being sold Dubai. I'm interested in Dubai. I'm attracted to coming to Dubai. I feel like I am like a magnet beam being transported to Dubai. They are the best. I feel like I am the best. I am the best. I'm becoming the best. It's the same thing with success. You start with yourself, just like Dubai started by building one building after another building after another building. The racetrack, the Auto Dome. They have built and done so much more, and they're continuing to, which is why they're going to continue to attract wealth and gold from all over the world and from the best customers. They have the best businesses providing the best value, which includes the best sales and the best profits. Here in America, one of the biggest mistakes businesses have made is losing sight. There has to be an eye kept on the profits. It is natural, normal, and what God wanted us to do, whether you're calling him Allah or Jesus and anybody in between. We're supposed to want more. That's why even in Dubai, the richest place in the world, there's still a little bit of variation because some of those businesses will become aware of this. They'll learn this if they aren't already, and they'll earn a little bit more by providing a little more value than other businesses in Dubai. The same exact place. This happened in America it happens everywhere. It doesn't matter. Go to any city at any time in the world. This is the natural order in the way we humans do it. Even at this racehorse track, $2 billion to build. And I believe, I may be wrong about these numbers, but the suites, I believe it was like 5 million or something. It was obviously more expensive, and you're making yourself a little bit more different. if you can afford to get the suite than just attending and flying out to Dubai on your private plane and staying at the 7-star hotel. Like it's how human beings act. It's not a bad thing. It's not, because sales is really just making things easy, and it's not selling. That's the like kind of unethical. That's where greed is. If you're bringing the best value, what else? Money's nothing more than a measuring stick. So what else are you going to measure? How else are you going to determine who's doing the most, who's bringing the most value, who's producing the most, who's the best of any industry, the best of any profession, career, best people in the world? You want it to be, if you're the leaders, as Dubai has done so incredibly, you want it to be your people, just like America, I hope still wants it to be their people. It blows my mind how our leaders in America can point the finger at the guy that just paid $1 million this year in taxes and demand that he has to pay more when there's people that aren't paying $1. Everybody should have the dignity of paying something. Jesus didn't say to the lady that came up with 2 pennies to give, you can't afford it, keep your money. It's much more a part of being a contributing, producing member in any society at any time. That is like the fabric, and learning more, as you said in your own words, is the key. I have a saying, and the more I learn, the more I earn. And you've heard ABC, always be closing. I prefer ABL, always be learning. And as you said in your TED Talk, learning is as much or more about doing rather than just listening. It's not listening, it's not sitting in schools and just consuming spoon-fed information. It's about doing it. You said you were 80% on your book, my friend, and you said it's been quite a bit of time, more than just a few months working on this. You have finished it and gone way past the finish line. Give it to somebody. You can give it to me. You've seen my value. You've had a chance, and we'll talk some more about this in a second, to already test what value I'm bringing to the market. I'll even let you offer me what you believe the value is to you. And then I can choose whether or not, because the same way your leaders have built a paths of gold to them, you're one of the best people in the world in my mind. And it's not because it's you, Ahmed, it's because you're a person living, running a business in the best city in the world right now. It doesn't matter if that city was in Antarctica, South America, or Australia. I'd still want to go there, and I'd still want you. You're the person that I've pictured so many moons ago and have worked for long before you ever picked up my book or heard about me or we talked, which was awesome. You're really like my Iraqi brother. So listen, just picture this. We can talk briefly about Shark Tank or whatever it may be. Think about how much more attractive you would be it to Shark Tank or even just a national news station in America, if you have, as you have done here, come from Iraq, launched 2 businesses in the richest city in the world. I assume that life is a lot better today than it was in the past as a news station. If you've also written a book, that's just like at least the cherry on top. It's just a little piece of the puzzle, maybe the most important piece, just like your leaders have done this, and I would argue, I hope they've done it intentionally. They've weaved and designed many paths from all over the world for people, especially tourists, to come and bring their gold and get value. It's smart. That's what the best city all through history has done. Your book is just one of those little paths. It's kind of like your any one of the pieces of architecture. You have all the wonders of the world. That's why in my mind, the little I've learned already about Dubai is just it's sucking me there, because I feel like, whether it doesn't matter where it was, I'd want to be in the best city because I'm providing the best value, and those are where the best businesses are. Those are where the best customers are. Your rulers not only want you to be the best businesses, they not only want you to earn the best profits, they want you to be the smartest financial people in the world, so you can determine and assign value to things that you purchase and consume through life. So you and you've seen the value in my book. You said the only way we met was through a couple choice words in the title of a book. Now, my friend, those choice words were not by accident. They were with intelligent design, and it was with intelligent design that those couple choice words got your attention. You ultimately purchased a book. You read at least some of the book, or I hope more than just the title, and then at some level saw enough value in me to invite me on to share with your viewers through your television show and the value that you must have seen or have seen. So if there's anything you learn from our time together, not about your book, but about anything, like sales and profits are part of the best business in any country, any city in the world. That is, when you're doing the best, you better get the best. That's the only law of compensation that seems to exist with any fairness and through time, just like gravity. I mean, that is one thing we can say for certain, at least enduring riches. There's a million things I could share with you, and I want to share with you. But here's the deal with your book: you have to just do it. Action now. I mean, seriously, motion beats meditation. Do it. Give it to Tim Ferriss. Hire an assistant off Elance like you did with emails. But right now, you're not being efficient. Have me do it. You can assign the value. It doesn't matter. Do it. I suggest you get somebody who's adept at copywriting. Copywriting, as your book will be, is the written word, but it's also the audible, as you heard, and that's the way you talk. The way you talk every language. Arabic, if I don't know if Audible does what they do with language translations, but each word, especially in the print word, like that is done with real design and thought, just like there was a lot of design and thought to building any one of your wonders of the world in your city, my friend. And you get to choose. I'm going to attach this link here, or the email that we talked about. I spruced it up a little bit. There's also another video because you said that you learn better through listening. So you get to choose here, and I'm excited because if nothing else, you, Ahmed, I didn't know your name. I didn't know anything about you, but I thought of you and other entrepreneurs just like you, successful people, some of the smartest people in the world, living in the best place in the world, running some of the best businesses, bringing the best value. I'm the best salesman, but that is an integral piece of the best business because you live in the best city in the world, and respectfully, in America, there are so many businesses. I talked to a guy just the other week. He is paying to go to work. He's losing money. I think your city and your leaders have done such a great job to bring the best people. There's other businesses, especially ones in America. They spend millions of dollars to reach the people that are walking your streets every single day. They are just randomly entering your business. Dude, these people are who every business is dreaming of, and that's who they want. You are who I want, you and your friends, and because you can see, you understand value. Why else would your leaders have spent $2 billion to build a racetrack? Because it was the best in the world. They understand value, and that $2 billion, if it brings in $100 billion to the city, was a pretty good, smart investment. So please go forth. Look at your leaders anytime you're in doubt, because they are doing an incredible job that I will study for the rest of my life, because Dubai is the best city in the world. It is pulling me in like a tractor beam. If I had known about Dubai sooner, I guarantee you I would have been out there than any of the many times I've been to Vegas or New York City or down to South Beach or Orlando, Florida. I mean, Dubai, learning the little I have in the past few days, it is sucking me in, just like an attractive woman when because Dubai has made themselves to be attractive, to attract the best of everything in the world. Of course, they want their citizens to have the best because they are the best. So, most streets, I guess, you mentioned just the cars on your street being very nice luxury car. Most streets in America and in all over the world are filled with rusted out jalopies just putzing along on a good day. Like, it is important to recognize, be aware, take advantage, and to always pursue more. Always pursue, like, I firmly believe we are here to be the best we can be, and that always gets better because you're always learning, and you should always be doing. You said it like, and I don't know if this, I might be paraphrasing a little bit, but a big part of our existence is to get the best of ourselves in whatever craft, skill, trade we choose, be that building, be it selling, be it producing good food as a restaurant. I mean, look at your restaurant, my friend. You kept it unique and simple. You did it unique. You, Iraqi food in Dubai, Iraqi touch. How cool is that? If you ever go to Dubai, go visit it and buy some food and tell them to shake Ahmad firmly and tell him to publish his dang on book. Give it to Tim Ferriss. Give it to me. Get an assistant. Just get it out there. Because right now you're preventing somebody from hearing those words that may need it. Think about everything you've learned, even if it was through the audiobook, it was a book. It had to exist. My friend, you have to move. No matter what you're doing. If you are 80% done opening your restaurant back in the early days, and you were an investor, what would you tell them? You tell them to finish. You tell them to do that other 20%. You alluded to it, at least in your talk, and if this is just a wake up, get this stuff done, move fast. We have to look at your leaders. Look at how fast they moved, and look at all they did. That's another key. Look at all they did. The more you do, the more attractive you become. Building buildings, writing books, doing videos, even I could talk on, and I got to finish this because I know I've gone on here for a while, but thank you so much for the interview. I really enjoyed that. And watch here if you're curious, because I'm going to be referencing that, being interviewed by somebody who's risen from Iraq to success. Two businesses, an Iraqi restaurant. I think that has some. I think we could bring that to the States, to be honest with you, or even like the world, and whether you do it with me or anybody, just do it. Let's see what is possible by doing more and being better and always wanting a little bit more, even from, starting with ourselves. So that's the only way you become successful. You have to start with yourself, and then you attract the success because you become successful. Because it doesn't matter at what time in history, at what country somebody's living in, color of their skin, religion, you name it. There's always some people that are going to want a little bit more, a few of the nicer things while they're here in our mortal world. And this isn't greed. Greed is trying to pursue something for nothing. Greed is what sells lottery tickets. I'm not trying to sell lottery tickets to people. That's not value. I'm sorry. I've never seen someone in a luxury car. If they don't have lottery tickets, you know what the lottery is, I'm sure. I bet they probably don't sell too many in Dubai, because I've never seen anybody get out of a luxury car and frantically go inside to be doing something to go buy lottery tickets. And I mean, that's not where they invest their money. You want to get a return. You want to do things intelligently, and always the best. So, Ahmed, thank you for yesterday. You really are my Iraqi brother. It was awesome to have that opportunity. I wish you all the success. I hope that I'll hear from you soon here, one way or another, however things work out.